So have you ever wanted to recommend a book or a podcast to someone, but you're a little nervous thinking that when you do, they're no longer going to work with you anymore? Let me tell you, you're not alone. A lot of coaches kind of hesitate about doing this, or they actually do it, but they do it in a way that actually pulls away from what they do as a coach. And we want to make sure that you don't make that mistake. Because the truth is when done right, recommending the right resources actually strengthens not only the connection that you have, but also helps your clients get even more results while still solidifying you as the go-to expert. So welcome back to Modern Leadership, where we answer questions from our coaching community to help you develop the confidence and skills you need to make the impact and income you truly want. Today's question is from Teacher Tina. So let's dive right into it now.
Hey there, I'm Tina Delgado, or as so many people know me, Teacher Tina. I'm a holistic success coach, and I help women over 40 break free from self-doubt, trust themselves again, and take control of their future so they can create success on their own terms. I'd love your insight on recommending books or podcasts or videos to clients. I'm an avid reader, watcher, listener. And so a lot of times I see or hear or read something that I feel one of my clients could really benefit from. But I'd love your insight. What would you suggest?
I really love this question because I know that this is something that leaders and coaches really struggle with. You want to give your client like extra value, right? But you also don't want them to think, oh, I'll just listen to this podcast and I don't have to work with a coach. The key isn't actually avoiding the recommendations. It's making sure they actually reinforce your value and not replace it.
Yeah, this is really all about how you frame it. Having this thought of, if I send them elsewhere, they might not see me as the go-to expert is actually false news, as long as you frame it the way that we're going to talk about here today. You see, the best leaders and coaches curate the information that they share, not just create it for them. Here's what I mean. Clients don't just pay for information alone. They pay for your insight, your guidance, and your perspectives, as well as the application of the actual action they want to take. I want you to think of yourself like a doctor. Recommending a book is just like prescribing physical therapy. It actually supports the process that you're working on. It doesn't replace the expert.
I really love that analogy. You want to frame recommendations as tools that support the work that you're already doing together. So instead of saying, just read this book, you can say, this book aligns with the work that we're already doing. Read chapter 3, and then let's discuss how it applies to your situation in our next session. Or you could say, this podcast has a great concept that builds on what we talked about last time. Listen to episode 5 and bring your takeaways. You see how just a reframing can make a huge difference? This way, they see you as the expert that actually connects the dots, instead of just someone who is handing them some type of content.
If you're ready to step into your role as a true leader, one who doesn't just give people information, but helps clients transform, let's talk. I'd love to hear below a book or a podcast that is most connected to you that maybe you could recommend reading a part of or listening to a part to your clients. Book a free call with Teresa and I to really help make sure that you maintain yourself as being the go-to expert, and follow the channel for more leadership and coaching insights.